welcome back to the show. Today I'm joined by Daniel Koernke. He is the president of sales at TrueShip, maker of enterprise-grade shipping software for e-commerce businesses. We have him here in the call today to ask a few questions about his industry and how the software his company makes is helping e-commerce shopkeepers realize more success. Well, Daniel, great having you on the show. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Kirsten. I really appreciate the opportunity to come on, talk a little bit about e-commerce, shipping and returns, and share a little bit about TrueShip.
Well, let's start with that. Tell us a little bit about TrueShip and how the company got started.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. TrueShip was actually started a little over 8 years ago, and it started as a semi-custom development shop for big UPS shippers. Essentially, they would build sort of custom systems for the biggest UPS customers where the stock software from UPS just wasn't quite enough, when they needed a little bit more. And our founder, Chris Dunn, really came up with the idea when he had a pain point in his bike business. He had a bike parts business, and he ran into a point in the business where he really had to just hire more people to ship because he could only get out one order per 6 minutes. So obviously he was limited to 10 orders an hour, and that was as much as he could do. So the more orders they got, obviously the worse situation they were in, and it involved a lot of late nights, and he always had to plan for, seasonal spikes, and it really made it difficult to handle fulfillment. So he thought there had to be an easier way, and he came up with TrueShip, the original idea from that, and it really involved combining the packing list and shipping label into one printout. So that was the start of his idea. If he could do something generic there, he felt like he could really improve the amount of orders he could get out per hour. And so TrueShip started from that idea, after he actually sold his bike parts business, and it's evolved from there as sort of driven by the demands that we've had from our customers for their shipping and fulfillment and returns. So that's really how we started and how we've evolved over the years.
So what are some of the biggest challenges in e-commerce shipping and returns? Why would an e-commerce shopkeeper want to utilize software like yours, your kind of shipping software, and how does it help them with those challenges?
Well, it's a great question. It really starts with the fact that e-commerce is extremely demanding these days. Amazon and Walmart.com and other giants like that have set the bar very high. They offer free or cheap shipping. They get things shipped out very quickly, packaged extremely well, and they have full visibility of that entire process. So, not only are you competing on a pricing front, but you're competing with how well they do, fulfillment and how efficient they get things shipped out. And it may not be fair for, a small business that's got just a few people working in their fulfillment department to compete with an Amazon or a Walmart, but that's the reality of the situation. They have to be able to handle their fulfillment on a level that compares with Amazon. And so that's really where TrueShip comes in. Recent studies, and there's quite a few of them out there, show that not only do people expect that kind of service on their shipping and fulfillment and returns, but they absolutely demand it. They will typically abandon a shopping cart if it doesn't have reasonable shipping prices, or they hear about bad practices on shipping. They may not even give it a chance to order from it. So, that's really where we can't come in. We want to give small to mid-sized companies an opportunity to compete with Amazon and Walmart.com. We want to be able to give them one system where they can do all their shipping for all their sales channels. And certainly, these days people sell on more channels. They sell on eBay, they sell on Amazon, maybe Etsy or Newegg, and then they've got their own website. And trying to do that one by one in each channel for the different carriers, that can become a real challenge. And usually we'll hear a very similar story to Chris's from a lot of our customers that are starting a new business. They've hit a point where they know, we can't do more than X number of orders per hour, and we've got to find a better way. So, what we can do is we can actually speed that up to where with all the major carriers, we can actually print out up to 4 labels per second. So that's a huge improvement from a lot of businesses that may be doing that 10 to 15 order sort of max peak point, on their fulfillment.
So the product I see is Ready Shipper is one of them. So it's basically it saves users time, by letting them manage all their shipping in one system. But does it
Correct.
offer savings with regards to the shipping costs themselves?
It does. Yeah, absolutely. And that's, one of the ways that we've expanded the system from its original design. When you sign up for our software and you get in there, you can plug in your own UPS account, your own FedEx account, so that you're getting your negotiated rates in there. You can take advantage of our discounted rates on USPS. And from the very start, you can actually take any shipment and you can compare the costs among carriers very easily. So, you can know definitively, okay, this shipment is the cheapest with this carrier and this shipping method. So that's a start. I mean, that's where you can immediately see a cost savings. But we really designed the software to go a lot further than that. We wanted to automate that process as much as possible. So, we've given the user the ability to take those rules that they may have defined over, years of actually marking down how much it costs to ship here or how much it costs to ship this product, and turn those into rules in the software so that the software knows, okay, when you import this batch of orders, these orders are going UPS, these are going FedEx, these are going post office, and it's automatically assigning that correct shipping method and carrier. So, that's a way they can see some cost savings as well, is just by taking advantage of, all their carrier options in an automated fashion. We've also continued to push the discounts with partnerships. So a great example of that is our partnership with Express One. Express One is actually the first ever reseller for the post office. And per their reseller agreement, they're able to offer special discounts on USPS Priority and Express Mail. And that includes the popular, if it fits, it ships, flat rate boxes and envelopes. So, the special discounts are great. We've actually been able to save our users millions of dollars by offering these Express One discounts in the system. So, that's a way that people certainly can save some money. And those are discounts that were reserved for the Amazons of the world. Before Express One came around, you had to be shipping hundreds of thousands of priority mail shipments per year in order to qualify for those discounts, and you usually had to sign long-term contracts. So Express One, provides those discounts to our users with no volume requirements, no restrictions on using it, no contract whatsoever. So that's really a nice bonus. We've also actually partnered recently with a company called APC Postal Logistics, and one of the challenges we've heard lately is on the international shipping front. As e-commerce businesses look for the next expansion route, that typically is international. Start selling internationally, but shipping internationally is not easy. There's a lot of documentation involved and usually an extremely high cost. So we partnered with APC because they have a really phenomenal solution for international shippers. And not only are they able to typically cut their costs in half on the actual shipping, they're able to simplify that process. And sometimes more than the cost saving, sometimes the ability to just get that documentation out of the printer quickly and not have to worry about all the additional forms is more important to these e-commerce businesses as they expand internationally than the cost savings. But everybody likes to pay half the cost too.
So that's all about shipping. There's also returns, and I see that TrueShip offers a returns management solution called Ready Returns. And I'm just looking here. Tell us a little bit about that whole return management process and how Ready Returns can help an online store deal with those pesky returns that they always have to deal with.
Sure, no, absolutely. And Ready Returns is really gained in popularity as returns have become more essential and recognized as more important for e-commerce. And it really goes back to what we talked about earlier about having to compete with Amazon and Zappos and Walmart.com. These giants, not only do they get it shipped out cheap and typically have the lowest prices, but they have the most convenient return process. And that's not a coincidence. Actually, a recent study a couple years back Parcel Magazine and ComScore, they did a study on the importance of returns and convenient returns for e-commerce businesses. And it was really interesting what they found. Basically, they found that 85% of people that ordered something online and then found the returns process to be a hassle said they would never buy from that company again. So that's a pretty definitive stat that if your returns aren't convenient, you're probably not getting a lot of reorders. You're not getting a lot of customer loyalty. And that same study actually cited Zappos.com as having the best return policy and practices in the industry. And it really cited a few things. Basically, that their returns are free, they're hassle-free, and they're online, so that the customer can actually go online, go through the process, and create their own return label right anytime they want and get that shipped back with no questions asked about why they wanted to return it. And so that's certainly a big part of the reason that Zappos customers are so loyal to Zappos, that they continue to order their shoes from Zappos. And so the idea for Ready Returns really stemmed from that. Basically, we wanted to provide, like we did with Ready Shipper, we wanted to provide small to mid-sized businesses an opportunity to compete with the biggest companies in the world on returns. And so basically, Ready Returns is an online program, and it's got a simple HTML code that you can use to plug into any website. So a user can take it, plug it into their existing website, and it'll provide a portal so that their customers can go to their website, enter in their order details based on the rules of that company, check off what item they want to return, and then get a prepaid return label so that they can print it off and send it in. The company, of course, is notified of that immediately. They know what item it is that's coming back, and that customer, is happy because they got that return taken care of hassle-free. So, that's really where Ready Returns helps an online business in really the simplest sense. It makes them look like a leader. They have simple, convenient, hassle-free returns, so they must be doing pretty well. And that's really the basic idea behind Ready Returns. And it's grown into a product that's completely customizable. The portal plugs right into their website and allows them to make it look organic to their own site. It allows them to set up all their own rules so that they know, okay, over $100 I want this customer to call in, or this product can't be returned. So basically, it allows them the opportunity to set it up so that it's set up with their rules, ready for the customers to be able to use it then without having to call in. They can choose to make the customer call in and get an RMA number too if they want, or they can even add in where the customer then has to pay before the return label is created. So a lot of ability for that business to control how the process works for the customer, but it gives them that ability to really look like an enterprise level e-commerce leader that's offering those same hassle-free returns as Zappos.
And your website says that you now offer cloud storage, kind of reporting and disaster recovery through your new product, Ready Cloud, I think is what it's called. Can you expand on how that helps e-commerce businesses with their shipping and their returns?
Sure. No, absolutely. So Ready Cloud actually launched last summer, and we've been really excited about how many of our users have jumped on board, embraced it, and really helped us continue to push the platform forward. But the basic idea is similar to how iCloud works for an iPhone. Everything you put and do on your iPhone is automatically backed up to iCloud. You lose your phone, you don't have to worry about it. Now you've got everything backed up and can be restored to the next phone that you get. So Ready Shipper is a desktop application, and we really, before developing the interaction between Ready Shipper and Ready Cloud, we really surveyed a huge number of our users about their experience with different cloud-based storage systems and what they like about Ready Shipper and what they'd like to see it expand into. And one of the resounding things that they drove home was that the desktop application that Ready Shipper is for PC or Mac allows them the fastest possible printing speeds, processing speeds, and they didn't want to lose that. they've seen different online systems. The printing process is typically slow and kind of cumbersome. But they came back and said, hey, we would like an opportunity to view this data online. We'd like an opportunity to be able to get reporting online, our customer service to be able to access it, anyone in the company to be able to access all the shipping data real time. And then, of course, if anything happens to that computer, we'd love to be able to restore from the cloud. And so, that's really where the idea for Ready Shipper came from, and it's grown from there into, something that provides a lot more as we've added in a user forum so Ready Shipper users can interact with each other in Ready Cloud. They can interact with our sales support team, our development team, and we've added in all kinds of visibility features and really robust reporting to it so that the product continues to grow based on the demand that we have from our customers.
So moving on to the company itself, maybe a little more internal information, kind of giving our audience a bit of an idea about the company.
Sure.
So, we've seen actually quite a bit about TrueShip in the news, and maybe you could offer our audience kind of an internal view of some of what you've done to grow your business internally, and as well perhaps describe some of the steps that you've taken towards reaching the successful position you are in now.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I think it really boils down to a few simple things, probably three things. The first is really since the beginning, everything we've done has really been customer demand driven. We've taken ideas from our group of users and continued to implement them in. So everything that we develop here and the features and functions we add into our existing system is based on demand. We continue to get as much feedback as we can from our users and really focus our attention on what our users want. So I think that's been behind a lot of why we've continued to grow is that when we get suggestions, when we get ideas for features, for functions, for integrations, for partnerships, that we pursue it and we really pursue it based on what our customers are looking for. Now, I think another part of that is that we've hired talented people. Over the years, we've found a lot of great people. Our development team has grown substantially, and really now, is moving things along at an extremely quick pace. And so, having a great development team has been at the heart of how we've been able to address those customer demands. On the sales and support side, we've hired a lot of great people so that our customers know that they can reach out to us and get help. They're going to be able to get started with our support team and sales team. They're going to be able to get any issues addressed quickly. So, having a great team there has helped us. And, we've added in great people on the marketing front, on the web development front, so that, the all-around experience is as good as we can make it because we've got very talented people in every area of the business. And I guess the last thing is just that we work hard. After putting a good team together, we work a lot of long hours and we work very hard to, make sure that we're addressing, all the different aspects of what it takes to continue to grow a business.
Great feedback. Well, just looking forward, before we wrap up, tell our audience a little bit about, what your goals are and any big plans for the upcoming year.
Absolutely. I think we've always been focused on shipping and returns, and that's not going to change. That is the central focus of TrueShip is making shipping and returns as easy as possible. And so, that's really where all of our efforts are focused right now is on continuing to grow our existing platforms. And continuing to meet customer demand. So as we get more ideas for features and functions to add in, we're really driving that home right now on the development side of things. So that's a big part of our plans is continue to improve our platform for shipping, continue to improve our platform for returns, and stay focused on that. Really, one of the big goals that we have for the rest of this year and ongoing past that is to continue to expand our reach and improve our platform through new partnerships and new integrations.
Well, Daniel, great having you on the show. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Our guest today has been Daniel Koernke. He is the sales manager with TrueShip. And if you need more information about their company, go visit their website at TrueShip.com. Thanks everyone for watching. Stay tuned again real soon. Bye for now.